and it is the same type of program for the youth that it was for Woodbad for the adults. It's modeled, the same model for both types of programs. It's designed to produce leaders both for the adults for the troop and the youth for themselves for the future. Mr. Cedro and I have had quite the discussions many times, and it has been an honor for me to have been with him for this. And with that in mind, I'd like to call to the stage Chris Geddes, if I may. Chris? Here is a certificate for an Oakie Medallion and the pin that you may wear with pride. The Oakie Medallion is much like the ticket that you heard that Woodbad referred to. It refers to additional work that you can use after they graduate from NYLT, that they make additional effort to apply what they've learned to their group in the community. So they may not have had quite the same terminology of working your ticket back home, but they did the same sort of thing. Well done.
As Mr. Wolke said, we had a great time up at Crafts. And one of the things that I wanted to share with all the brand new scouts out there, in order to become inducted into the National Youth Leadership Society, and by the way, Mr. Bongalan, the percentage of the people qualifying, there are only 137 scouts in the last 5 years that have been inducted into that society. And in the last 5 years, over 5 million scouts have been part of the scouting program. And in my, I use an abacus to figure out the percentage. And that's 0.0000275 of the number of scouts that actually are part of that society. And Josh and Anthony are the first 2 scouts on the West Coast who have ever been inducted into the society. The reason why I bring that up is because you guys, the young guys especially, and you, Chris, I see you there smiling, you can also be inducted into that society, and you, Gino, and you, Jason, if you guys continue the same path. The first path, of course, is Mr. Westgate has a troop leadership seminar, right?
Next weekend.
Next what?
Next weekend.
Next weekend. All you young guys, I want you to attend, because after that, that qualifies you to attend NYLT. If you don't attend that leadership training with Mr. Westgate, you cannot attend next year's NYLT. And in order to attend NYLT, you got to be able to have him sign off on you. And once you get into NYLT, that allows you then to go to Philmont for NAIL, National Advanced Youth Leadership Experience, which is in Philmont, New Mexico. You climb a 9,000-foot mountain, and then you come back alive, hopefully. But in order to earn the National Youth Leadership Society, which is a very, very rare society to join, you got to go through those steps. Now, I had a great time with my troop. Gordon had a fantastic time with his troop, but I want to tell you a little story about Kevin Vine. Kevin Vine had a rough time last year, right, Kevin? A rough time. It was rough because we had one scout in his patrol that beat up the other kids. Remember that, Gordon? Gordon and I had to make the tough decision to kick him out. And Mr. Bongalan knows that scout because that scout is a member of his district. And I called Mr. Bongalan and I said, we made a decision to kick him out because that's not true leadership, is it?
Absolutely.
But Kevin finally was able to conquer his fear, and now I want to award him the medallion, the Oakie Medallion. Because Kevin, I hear that you and Mr. Geddes are both going to NAIL, aren't you?
Yes.
All right? When you get to NAIL and you come back, then you can do several other things in order to qualify to join the National Youth Leadership Society. And by the way, I know Mr. Bongalan is here. We have a better district than he does. Right, Gary?
Sound like it.
Now, Huber and I are good friends, but let me tell you, we have a gentle rivalry. And you know what? The National Youth Leadership Society, it's going to be known as Troop 161 National Youth Leadership Society. And Chris, Kevin, come on up. I want to give this to you before I get so excited. Congratulations to earning this. I implore you to go and then come back, and then you got to be part of OA. Guys, you got to be part of OA. You got to attend their leadership seminar in Portland, which Josh and Anthony did. You hear that, Chris?
Yep.
Okay? Once you come back, then you got to be a leader in your school. You hear that, guys? Be leaders. Josh and Anthony are members of the ASB, which is, what is an ASB? That's right. Leaders in school. Then you do that, then we'll be back here giving you that nice big plaque. Congratulations. All right.